My name is Irina Kaverina, and I'm a professor in Cell and Developmental Biology Department at Vanderbilt. The focus of my lab is organization and function of microtubule cytoskeleton in cells. Microtubules are intracellular tracts. They serve as tracts for intracellular trafficking and for positioning of organelles. And this is a very global function which is important for all cell types. So this is why disturbance of microtubules can underlie a variety of diseases, from neurodegeneration to cancer and many others. What we want to understand, on one hand, we want to understand very global, very overarching mechanisms that regulate microtubule network in cells, and also how those networks organized by those mechanisms, how do they influence cellular functions. And on the other hand, we are very interested and fascinated by how variable microtubule networks can be in differentiated, specialized cells. So some cell types are very important for our organism, like pancreatic beta cells. They secrete insulin into the bloodstream, but microtubule networks have never been studied in those cells. So we started using this model, and it has been very interesting, and we find a very interesting novel regulation of insulin secretion by microtubules in the system. So what we do is basic science, and it is pretty simple to understand why it's important. Like to repair any mechanism, we need to understand how mechanism works. To cure any disease, we need to understand underlying physiology on organismal level, on cellular level, and molecular level. There are multiple examples in history when scientists were studying certain problem out of sheer scientific curiosity, and then this ended up becoming a basis for some groundbreaking technology or therapeutic approach. So we're just making small steps into understanding of the basics of nature, and some of those steps are going to save lives in the future. I can advise maybe 4 very short things to new students and postdocs. And 1, read. Know your literature. 2nd, when you design your experiments, design them in a way so that you can get a yes or no answer to the hypothesis that you're testing. 3rd, work hard. You cannot get away without it. And finally, follow your passion. It is your project. Do what you want.